If you imagine a family with young children and one or both parents are trying to get to work, right away you're going to encounter the cost of childcare. And if we talk about the cost of childcare related to the cost of housing, those are going to be the two most expensive resources that a family has to pull together, and that's just to stay on track day to day and then hopefully get to work. Then you've got transportation costs on top of that, so you're thinking about not only, it might be a car payment, but how about the maintenance of the car, the insurance of the car. And while we're on the subject of insurance, let's think about the cost of either having insurance or paying for medical bills. And if you've got young children, chances are you're in the doctor's office, at least a couple of times a year, probably a little more than that. And those are just base expenses. Then let's say we've got children in school. Then you're paying for lunches, or you're packing lunches, one of the two, but either way there's a cost there. We didn't even talk about groceries. But you start to think about the cost of paying for lunches, and then what about field trips? And you might be dealing with uniforms, or you might be dealing with, say, baseball practice or a band instrument. The things that we know are critical to keeping kids engaged in school, but it's an expense for parents, and sometimes it's an expense that nobody's prepared for, especially when you're struggling to get by with a child care cost that rivals your house payment or your rent, mortgage, whatever it happens to be. So it's easy to see how easily expenses can get out of hand for a family, and that's only considering inside of the household. That's not even thinking about if you've got parents that need care outside the household, or if you have a child with special needs that might need additional assistance that's above and beyond. The cost of living accumulates very quickly into a range that can be very difficult, even for a family that's probably making what we would think is a decent wage.